If you've been in debt for a while, you may have had to deal with debt collectors who may have contacted you through a letter, a phone call, or even a home visit. But have you ever wondered how they were able to find your contact information? In this video, we'll take a look at the techniques the debt collection agencies typically employ in order to locate you. Debt collectors need to make contact with you to request payment for the debts they've bought from a creditor or for the debt that they're chasing on behalf of a creditor. They can often do this by looking at the debt you have. For example, if you have an unpaid electric bill, they can simply look at the address where the electric bill is registered. In most common cases, your creditor is the one who has hired the debt collection agency in the first place to collect what you owe them. If that is the case, the agency will definitely get most of its information about you from your creditor. This will most likely include different types of contact information as well as financial information regarding your debt. But what happens if you've moved from that address since the debt collection agency started tracking you down? Debt collectors may start using public databases to see where you've moved to. They could even try to access your credit report to give an indication of your location. But sometimes they don't, as it can be costly if they have to keep doing it for lots of untraceable debtors. Your credit report is not something that anyone can view. It's not something that's available to the general public, and it won't show up as a result on a search engine. However, debt collection agencies are allowed to look up your credit report in order to contact you about debt. Your credit report contains information about all debts you've had in the past 6 years, as well as your performance in regards to paying back those debts. Data brokers are people that collect information about people to later sell it to agencies. If you've ever filled out a survey online or checked a license agreement on a piece of software, so on and so forth, then there's a chance you may have agreed to have your data collected, such as your contact information. This information would later be sold to interested parties, such as a debt collection agency. While most of your information is protected under privacy laws, there can certainly be occasions where a collection agency may be able to find you by inquiring about your information from a government agency. For instance, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, or DVLA, could provide skip tracers with your current address. Additionally, skip tracers may use social media platforms and online forums to gather information about you, such as your current location or even your employment status. So what are the consequences if a debt collector can't locate the debtor? The consequence may be that the debt collection agency uses a technique known as a scattergun approach. This is where they send a debt letter requesting payments from the person they are looking for at all the possible addresses where they might be. This is a cheap way to try and locate the right person, hoping that they will reply to the letter or phone them up and maybe even make a payment. The other consequence of this is that lots of innocent people who do not owe the debt also get contact letters. These letters can be threatening and cause a lot of anxiety and stress to people who are not responsible for the debt. In summary, debt collectors can find you through a variety of methods, including information provided by your creditor, your credit report, data brokers, government agencies, and skip tracers. However, it's important to note that running away from your debt is never a good idea. Not only can hiding from your creditors result in legal consequences, but it can also cause your debt to accumulate with interest, making your situation worse. If you're struggling with debt, then there are a number of other options available here in the UK. Some are free to use and others include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to learn more about the solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description to get started and answer a few multiple choice questions like the total amount of debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so that you can find out more and take steps towards improving your financial situation.